Hey everyone, welcome to another Beatles update. But before I get started showing the Beatles stuff, I want to start by giving some shout outs to some people here that are making videos. They're new here and they really have some really cool channels. And if you like the Beatles, they're very Beatles oriented too. So you might want to go over there. I always like giving a little boost to people who are just starting out because it helps them get more subscribers and brings us all together. We're all into the same thing, and it's good to pass the torch. So the first one I want to talk about is a brand new guy on here called Matthew Street. His name's Matthew, but his channel is Matthew Street, which is a really cool name. I like it because it's has to do with the Cavern Club, the street that it was on in Liverpool. You know, that was a famous street in Beatles history. So he used that to good advantage. So check it out. He just made one video so far, but he's really into the Beatles. So I'd like you to go over there and support him. Also, I want to give a second shout out to somebody that I've already kind of introduced, but I think there's been some problems in people getting over there. His name is Brad, and his full name is Brad Slater, Slater. But I've noticed that when you look up Brad Slater, if you just do a search, there's apparently two Brad Slaters out there. So make sure you subscribe to the right one. Make sure it's the Beetle Brad. How you doing, Brad? If you're watching this, I know that he often calls himself Beetle Brad. I think that might be a good name if you want to change it. Just my 2.5 cents there, because it'll differentiate your channel from the other Brad Slater. And the third person here is a Beatles fan called My Love Don't Give Me Presents. It's a little bit of a long title, but it's a line from the song She's a Woman. Okay, now on to the Beatles Finds. I don't have a lot this time. I haven't been getting around much lately, so a lot of it's stuff that I got through the mail. Okay, we start out with three picture sleeve upgrades. One of them is 1976 reissue of Gotta Get You Into My Life. Was backed with, is this the one with Helter Skelter? I think Helter Skelter was on the back. This is a nice upgrade of the sleeve I already have. Here's upgrade of excuse me upgrade of the Let It Be sleeve. Let It Be on one side, You Know My Name, Look Up the Number on the B side. Here's a sleeve that's upgraded. Hard to find this because it's looking really good because it's a white sleeve. But John Lennon's Instant Karma. I think that's a pretty good upgrade from the one I have. And you got Yoko Ono, Who Has Seen the Wind on side 2. Okay, here's a 45 that I picked up from Ringo Starr. It's from his 1976 not Rotogravure. I keep getting this album mixed up. 1977's Ringo the Fourth album. It's a song called Wings, a song that he would redo on his Ringo 2012 album. I think the version on his more recent Ringo 2012 album is much better than the original one. But opinions differ amongst fans on that one, I've heard. So, okay, here's a couple of albums from Paul McCartney that I have finally gotten around to getting. I've been meaning to get these for a long time, and I've just been letting it pass the time to find it really cheap. I finally got these really cheap enough. I don't want to spend a lot on these. This is the vinyl version of the reissue of the Archive series with the gap here, as you can see, for this Tug of War album. And it's got bonus tracks on here. Anybody wants to pause that and take a look. Sorry about the glare. I know the camera showing through, but there's some good bonus tracks there. And it would be nice one day to do a sealed to revealed on these. I have a bunch of them that are sealed. I usually play the CDs if I'm going to play the bonus archives material. Usually don't bother much with the vinyl, so I leave them sealed. But there's a gatefold in there. Might be nice to check it out. Same thing for this other one here, which went along with the first one. This is Pipes of Peace, Paul's follow-up. And of course it's got bonus tracks here, bonus audio. And in this case, you see, it's funny, there's I don't know how well that comes in. There's a sticker on here, it looks like. So if you were to open this up all the way, take all the shrink wrap off, you're going to lose the sticker unless you preserve it, you know, somehow. That's something I'm not wild about. Okay, I have here a version of the Hey Jude album. This one is from the UK, and it's got the shrink wrap on it. Really nice condition. Now, I have a UK version of this already. The one I have previously has the Apple label on it, and Apple is usually the way I'm used to it. But this particular version of the UK Hey Jude has the Parlophone label on it, and I really got it for that. That and for the fact that it wasn't expensive, because it can get a little hairy out there buying so many different records that have similar covers. I mean, I'm always big on buying albums with different covers, not so much for different labels. You know, it can get crazy. You can buy like 10 copies of the same cover with 10 different label designs, and I've done that too, and you'll see as I go along here. Now we come up with this one, which is, you can see the Modern Gold Record Award stamp there. This is an 80s pressing of the Hey Jude album, US pressing. The reason that I picked this up, I usually don't bother, I'm not really interested for the most part with 1980s pressings. Gotta stop somewhere, the purple capitals and that. This is interesting because to see Hey Jude on the Rainbow Classic Capital label is pretty interesting. And I've heard from Brian, I think, that this is supposed to be one of the best pressings of this particular album. I don't know. Revolution is still in stereo, sounding like a piece of ice cream, as Lennon called it. This is stereo, so for that reason alone, the mono version is better when it comes to Revolution, so who knows. But it's supposed to be a good pressing for this album, so that's why at a very affordable price I decided why not. Okay, now to show you what I was talking about when it comes to doing different labels, getting them over again for different labels, here's a copy of the Help album, and this album is really in nice shape, pretty clean all around, and it is not an original, it's a reissue, and I'm going to show you which label it's on. This one is on the Apple label. And I have a sentimental attachment to a lot of these Apple reissues because when I was first really getting into collecting the Beatles, a lot of them that I got had the Apple label and also the orange capital label. So I kind of sometimes have trouble resisting them, especially when they're as beautiful as this. And when I open this, it's like it's never been opened, this gatefold. Okay, so now we go to the Spies Like Us 1985 release. This is an upgrade. I've got this already, but this is really nice in the shrink wrap, looking really spiffy. And I love this song, Spies Like Us. I just think it's a rocking, great guitar. Paul really screams his lungs out. The words aren't the greatest, but it doesn't matter. I love it. Now here's one that I didn't know if I had already. I may very well have this. I don't know. After a while, I mean, I found this somewhere once for only $10, and for $10, man, I mean, come on. Even if I have it, it's worth it to get another one. It's a Russian version of the Rubber Soul album. You can see the weird lettering there. I mean, I don't think I have it, but even if I have it, $10, I'll take it again. This is the label it's on. And I think with this record, I can say that's it for this installment of New Beatles Finds. And I hope you'll continue to watch, everybody. Subscribe. Take it easy.